Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night. We're live now. My name is Anita, and I've been doing low-carb keto carnivore for over 10 years. I've lost almost 150 pounds now. There's some of my before pictures. Things are different now, and I want to welcome you, and so grateful that you are here. I have so much to talk about tonight and tell you that I don't even know where to start. So let me start by welcoming Bonnie and Melissa, who are in the live chat, greeting people. I can see they've already been hard at work, giving people welcomes. And I'm sure that they will be helping out with links as the evening progresses. We're here for an hour. Well, let's start with the first bit of business here, and that is that we do have a giveaway tonight. I actually have two giveaways to talk about. This is a giveaway, just a regular giveaway. We've got kind of a special one. I'm going to give away two carnivore bars. One is honey salted, and the other one is plain salted. These are the two that I use the most, and they are perfect for travel. This is a time of year when people are traveling, and so I find them really convenient to take along on the airplane, ferry, whatever, road, wherever you're going. Eat meat is what you need to put in the comments, all one word. And you don't need to do it more than once because the little software program that we use to pick a winner only counts everybody once. So you can save your keystrokes for asking questions or talking to your friends in the live chat. I'm also going to throw, because this box has some room, I'm going to throw a little extra bonus gifty in there. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't know yet, but I've decided just now I'm going to do that. So that's the first thing I have to talk about. The second thing I want to mention is, for those of you who are thinking about going to Tennessee in 2026 for Meat Stock, I will be there. And also, I have a discount code that you can use. You can, if you go to checkout, and this is even if it's just for the convention tickets for the weekend, you can use my ketogenic woman code at the checkout and you'll save $50. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. That's pretty exciting. And, I keep seeing all the speakers that they're lining up, and I'm kind of excited to go again next year. It's just a really worthwhile weekend, that's for sure. I got a couple more things here. Serena from Carnivore Revolution and also from purelytallow.com. She sent me two new products. She's now got sun lotion that is tallow based, and it is so clean. It also has an approximate SPF of 25. Ingredients are grass-fed beef tallow, emu oil, non-nano zinc oxide, and beeswax. So 4 ingredients, so a nice clean SPF 25 and an overnight cream. And I haven't had a chance to use the sunscreen at all because I don't go out too much in the sun, but I will use it. But I've been using this, and this is the night cream, and this is lovely. I mean, I've been waking up with just the softest baby skin. What it has in it: grass-fed beef tallow, emu oil again, wild camel hump fat. Where does she get these things from? Like, unbelievable. Lavender, frankincense, and Roman chamomile. These are some quality ingredients. I love this one. This is Serena. Good job. This is a nice lotion. Love it. Okay. Then there's more. There's more. And some of you may already know this. You may have seen the video that I put out this morning, the 9 benefits of using a rebounder. go to that video because we are giving one away, or like we're giving away a rebounder. So, but you can't tell us here. You've got to go to that video and put rebound in the comments, and that contest is going to go on until July 31st. So I think that's Thursday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember, but it started today, goes until July 31st. And you just have to, watch the video. I know some of you are just going to go and put in rebound. I would really appreciate it if you watch the video, because the YouTube algorithm will hate me if everybody just goes and puts in rebound and then leaves. It will say, yes, that there's something going on there, and it won't like me. So if you like me, please watch the video, speed it up, double it or whatever if you want, but please watch it. That would be nice. There are good benefits of rebounding, and you will learn all about that in the video. In fact, after I did the video, I thought I got to get back to my rebounding, and I did a rebound session because I motivated myself to go in and do some bouncing, because it really is good. Okay, I think I covered all of the news that I wanted to cover. Okay, so last month, I made a little calendar and I shared it with you guys. It was my July calendar. I don't know. Did you find it helpful? Because for me, I found it helpful. Now, here it is. This is last month. This is July's. I have an August one for you. I found it really helpful to just kind of keep me focused, and so that I knew what was coming up. Now, that said, there was parts of the month that just went to, heck in a handbasket. Like it was not good. Things did not turn out as planned, and not all of these things got done as planned. They were all written down. I got most of it done, but there was times when I just couldn't. I had emergency cat surgery to deal with. And this was my son's cat. I mean, most of you probably have heard me say it, and helping with the care and maintenance of this poor kitty who swallowed some plastic thing. So there was that. So that kind of threw me off. And then I broke my molar. And so had to get into the dentist. They've put a temporary crown in place, and it has some rough edges. So I'm kind of suffering there. Hey, I just saw that Courtney Luna is in the chat. Hey, Courtney, love to see your beautiful face here. Anyway, so I had all kinds of things happen in the month, so that I didn't actually do, some of my plan as I meant to do. And so, that's just the way it goes sometime. And so I want you to know that that's okay. Like, life happens sometimes. We can't always make out a plan, especially 30 days or 31 days, and expect that everything is going to go according to plan and following it. You're going to follow it exactly. What I did accomplish, though, let me tell you what I wanted to come here and tell you are the two things that worked the best for me. And the one thing that I'm really proud of that I did accomplish. So what I did accomplish was I finally got, now I'm going to call it a 72-hour fast. It was my goal to do a 72-hour fast at least, once during July. I did a 70-hour fast, so 70 hours. I'm calling it a win. You know what? Close enough, because you're looking at someone who never fasted before. It was a big deal for me a couple months ago when I did my first 48-hour fast. So the fact that I got to 70, I'm very happy about that. I'm ticking off the goal. And I will also do one in August. So that was my big win for July. The other two things was that we did a sardine and egg challenge in the beginning of the month. That went really well, and I will do that again. I love doing sardines and eggs mixed together. Now, I do have one planned for August as well. But I think I'm going to try to do all sardines if I can. And just but the egg option is there. So egg is the backup. Eggs are high in omega 3s. And I know, Dr. Boz, she likes you to do the 3-day sardines, sardines. I like to mix it up a little bit. If I think I'm going to falter, it's still a win if you have mackerel or if you have some salmon. It's still a win if you choose the eggs and butter. It's not perfect, but it's still a win. And so I would encourage you to, do this calendar with me and do your best. I had someone mention today that they were on board for the 3 days of sardines, but they weren't sure if they could do the 72-hour water fast following it, which is what my plan is for August. That's okay. Do 18 hours, do 24 hours. So I should put up the here just so you can see what nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry. That's our giveaway. Let me see. Why am I having trouble with this? Oh, okay. I'm trying to get, what do I have to remove? I have to remove something in order to get that up there. Add to stage. There it is. Okay. Bingo. So you can see that I've put on my Omega Mondays. I put on my protein sparing days, 2 days a week again. Nestled in between those protein sparing days, I've got fat fast days. That's the other thing I want to talk to you guys about. That went so well. So August the 4th, I'm going to start a 3-day sardine challenge. So that'll go from the 4th, 5th, 6th. Then I'm going to do a 72-hour water fast. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now, there's a reason for doing them back to back like that. Dr. Boz does that with her people when she does her 21-day metabolic reset. I think that's what she calls it, a metabolic kick. And what she has said on her multiple videos about this is that when people eat sardines for 3 days, at the end of that, their ketones are so high, their blood glucose is stable. It is really easy for them to then follow it up with a water fast, because a water fast can be very challenging if you just jump into it and you're not, used to doing them. That's why I've been building up, 24-hour, and then I did a couple of 48 hours and now the 72-hour. So that I wanted to try her advice to do them back to back and see how I do. Maybe I'll make it, maybe I won't, I don't know, but it certainly can't hurt to try. But let's talk about fat fasting. So last week, a bunch of us decided to do a fat fast together, and that was last Wednesday on July 23rd. And holy smokes! Now, I did mine follow, like I had done my 70-hour water fast. I had a day in between of just eating normal carnivore. Then I jumped into the fat fast. I had ketones like I've never seen before. My fasting ketones and my blood glucose was in the 60s on those mornings, like during the fat fast, following the fat fast for days afterwards, and also my fasting ketones were 2.9, around there. I was having Dr. Boz ratios in the 20s. So a lot of autophagy going on. I need that autophagy. I want that autophagy. So I'm excited about that. I was so excited about it, and it was so easy to follow. A lot of us did it together, and we're sharing what we were eating. And I have filmed a video of what I ate on my last fat fast. I just didn't have an editor here for a few days, so that's coming out in probably hopefully 2 or 3 days. You'll see that. I just found it incredibly easy to follow. Let me see if I can remove that now. Okay, so I mean, I was eating things like butter bites and egg yolks browned in brown or sautéed in browned butter. I mean, that was especially good. Thank you, Bonnie, for that amazing tip. Um, Fat Fast ice cream. I mean, how can that be hard? It was very easy, very easy, and the numbers were fantastic. I had a weight drop. Like you'd think you eat all this fat. People warn you, oh, all that fat, and then your weight goes down. And you're like, okay, that seems okay. So I've decided that in August, on this calendar, and there is a link to download it for yourself. You don't have to follow exactly what I've done here. You can just use it for ideas, make up your own calendar. It's so easy to do. You can just go into Google and get a blank calendar and put in what you want. But this is basically what I'm doing. I love doing Omega Mondays. So you'll notice on the calendar that I've got all my Omega Mondays planned out as well. And on those days, I just focus on seafood. Sometimes I have eggs with it, but think smash, sardines, mackerel, anchovies, salmon, and herring. Those are the good, oily, fatty fish that will help get your ketones up, your blood glucose down. It's a good metabolic reset. So I'm going to I think I'm going to go to questions in a moment, but I wanted to remind everybody about the two giveaways. One is for these 2 carnivore bars. Someone tonight will be awarded 2 carnivore bars, a plain salted and a honey salt, plus a little bonus gift from me in this box. You just have to put "eat meat" in the comments. And then there's my rebounder giveaway on the other video. That link is below, and I know the link has already been put on the in the live chat here somewhere for the Kenzone rebounder giveaway. So go there. Please watch it. After this, though, don't watch it while you're supposed to be watching me now. So anyway, you do what you want, but just asking as a friend. So 2 great giveaways happening simultaneously right now. So I have reminded you about that. So let's go and take a look to see if we have some questions. Jan made it to the live. Hey, that is fantastic. I'm so glad that you did make it here. Please go ahead. If you have any questions about anything, go ahead and ask, because that's what I do on Sunday nights is I answer questions. Kim Schmidt, hi everyone. Happy to finally catch a live video in real time. Yeah, I kind of like it in real time because you've got people to talk to, and it's a lot of fun. And sometimes crazy things happen because it's live. We've had some weird things lately, but hopefully everything will go well today. Okay, Vessel of Mercy. Good evening. I had a bad time with Kelly Hogan's heavy cream version. Is that maybe you're talking about ice cream or I know she does a lot of heavy cream. Very bad heart pounding. AI said my body was trying to process that fat and there was no way I could sleep. 12 hours of that. So, I'm a big believer in early eating windows, and that goes for fat fast as well. For myself, I try to finish all my food. It doesn't matter if I'm sardine fasting, regular carnivore, protein sparing. I try to finish everything by 4:30. And I've been, trying to nudge myself even earlier. Ideally, I'd like to have my last meal at 3:00 in the afternoon. That doesn't always work for my schedule, but if I can even do that on some days. It takes a good 12 hours for your body to fully digest things. And I know we're going to sleep through some of that, right? But if you can get your main digestion, like the heavy digestion, over before you go to bed, that's even better. I heard recently Ben Azadi saying in one of his videos, you need 5 hours. So dinner time, 5 hours before you actually try to sleep. Because like your body, really, it's a big job for your body to digest food, and a fat fast is no different than trying to digest a steak or something. I can't be one of those people that eats a steak at 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock at night at a fancy restaurant, because I'd have to stay up all night just to digest it, because I'm so used to sleeping on an empty stomach now. But that's probably what could be happening. 12 hours of having some difficulty, like your body was very actively doing that. So and maybe if you're gonna like, there's a lot of other things to eat on a fat fast besides heavy cream, and I've got 2 fat fast videos coming out over the next weeks, and you'll see that there's so many. Like, you can have pork fat trimmings, beef fat trimmings, tallow, butter. I do a lot of butter bites. Butter bites are great. Some people call it carnivore crack. You can melt butter and maybe sprinkle a little bacon on it. I'm going to try that on Wednesday on my next fat fast. There's pork jowls. Pork jowls are one of my favorite. Pork jowls are 96% fat and the rest is protein, and that's a great fat fast option. Cod livers are also around 95-96% fat. So for those of you that love your cod livers, that's a perfect fat fast option. Egg yolks fried in brown butter. Oh my goodness. Like, that's a luxury item, you guys. You got to try that. These are all the things that you can have on a fat fast. And for those of you who can't do cream, don't do cream, because that, you won't do yourself any favors if you already have a problem with cream. So try those other things, and it's still fun, and it'll still work. It'll be great. I hope that helps. Michelle, love your rebounder video. I've been thinking of one, and you convinced me. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, they're fantastic. They're convenient. They're easy. For those of you who don't know, there's a video out right now. This contest or giveaway, whatever you want to call it, is running from today until July 31st. So you've got 4 days to go watch the video, enter, and the winner will be announced August 1st. And if you don't win, I do have a discount code for that, for their rebounders. Hey, Courtney, love that you're here. Love your content lately that you've been putting out about getting back on track. You guys go watch the video with her and Serena, and it's on the Jenny Middich. And then the other one, I met her at Tennessee. She's so lovely. I'm terrible with names when I'm under pressure, but you know who I'm talking about. She's a really pretty blonde woman. She's in there too. So go watch that, because it's so good. Yvonne, new study came out that eggs, especially egg yolks, are now helping avoid Alzheimer's. It's finally moving in the right direction. Yeah, and there's a reason for that. It's those high omega-3s that are in the egg yolks. We gotta eat those egg yolks, you guys. Don't eat the egg whites and throw away the egg yolks. I mean, here's another video that's coming out. I generally do protein sparing days without any egg whites. I know that's a surprise, because a lot of people say to me, I don't like doing protein sparing. I hate all those egg whites. I don't use any egg whites. So I'm going to show you how I do that in an upcoming video. But any other day of the week, I'm eating those egg yolks. Anne, got a keto mojo. Great. How often to test? What time of day? How to increase my ketone levels? They're not very high. Okay. So that's, we talk about this a lot. We talk about this a lot on these lives. So I'm just going to give you sort of like a quick rundown. So the test first thing in the morning. That's your fasting blood glucose, your fasting ketones, and like that should be where you concentrate your efforts, because you want to get those fasting numbers. Well, you want to get the blood glucose down and the ketones a little bit higher in the morning just after you wake up. Those are the hardest ones to move, because the rest of the day, your ketones and your blood glucose are going all over the place depending on what you're eating, your stress, your exercise. There are so many factors affecting your numbers throughout the rest of the day. But when you first wake up in the morning and you've been sleeping all night, 12, 14 hours, whatever it is, since your last meal, it should be anyways, for optimal health, those numbers are they're going to show a real trend for you if you track them every morning over time. So that's where I would focus my efforts. The other situation would be if you're trying to decide if a food, what a food does to you. And so I've seen this on Facebook before, does like they'll put out a question in a big Facebook group. Does eating keto chow spike your blood glucose? You'll have 50 people say yes and 50 people say no. They're all the wrong answer. And you know why? Because nobody knows except for you and your meter. You have to test it on yourself. So that's another and I'm not picking on keto chow here at all. I mean, I love keto chow and used to have it all the time. And I know a lot of people who have it. There's nothing wrong with it. For most people, it does not spike their blood sugar, but for some it does. Are you one of them? You need to know if you are or not. And so anything like I did it with Element, I did it with keto chow, I did it with Equip Protein, I did all of those things. And even just my regular, I did it when I wanted to test to see if those people were right that said that steak turns to cake. I had, 60 or 70 grams of protein in one sitting. What's this going to do? And so I tested then. So if you want to test a food, test before you eat it, test half an hour after you finish eating it, test an hour after you finish eating it, and then 90 minutes. Write all those numbers down because they're important. And I can't give you where they should be off the top of my head because I don't have that information in front of me. But you can tell, if you're insulin resistant by how your body responds to that food in those time frames. There's a couple of Dr. Boz videos where she goes over that in great detail. So that's an important way to use your technology that you now have. But the morning is the most common. Okay. Jazzy Jude, are you doing plain water fast or with electrolytes? I use plain water. I drink my yerba mate tea every morning, whether I'm fasting or not. I have tested myself, and I will put in salt in that. I just have my normal yerba mate tea with 2 teaspoons of allulose, a whole bunch of salt. And sometimes I put in MCT oil. And so, I may or may not do that during the fast. So what I have learned from the fasting people, and I follow people like Dr. Mindy, Benazati, Jason Fung, is that a little fat is okay and is actually beneficial. Ben Bickman does a little fat too, I think. Dr. Boz as well. She likes to have fatty broth during her fasting. And this is where it's helpful if you have tested this, and I have. So when I have something like a fatty yerba mate, or in the old days I would have fatty coffee. I don't do coffee anymore. If your ketones are continuing to rise and your blood glucose is continuing to drop after you've had your fatty drink, then you're still in autophagy. You have not broken your fast. And so I'm very comfortable adding a little bit of fat into whatever I'm drinking to get me through the fast. If you're asking about flavored electrolytes there, I don't really do those anymore. I do put a lot of the different salts that I have. I've got salt from Alaska, and I've got Baja Gold, and I've got Redmond's. I mix it up with all these different salts, and I seem to do okay with the salts. And so yeah, that's kind of where I get my electrolytes from. And I know that some people do bone broth during fast. I haven't done that yet, but I've heard that that's an okay thing to do. You're going to get electrolytes from that. But I just haven't tried that yet. I'm happy with my tea. It sort of gets me through. So keep going with that. Tina. Hi, Tina. Nice to see you here. Dr. Boz recommends breaking your fast with sardines as well. Easier on the stomach and helps with overeating. Love the sardines. Yes, and there's a really, this is a good point. There's a very specific reason that she recommends that. A couple of things there. If you break your fast with sardines, those little cans of sardines are surprisingly filling. Some people have said, "Oh, I don't really like doing the sardine challenge because the challenge is over, and then I binge on other stuff." Well, if you eat a can of sardines at the end of your challenge, you're less likely to do that. It kind of anchors that fast. It fills you up. Like they're just so filling. It fills you up, and you don't really want to eat, and so then you have time to think through. I've just done 3 days worth of hard work here. Do I really want to go and eat carbs now and ruin what I've done? And so you have that pause there. The other thing that I like about that idea of ending with sardines, or even having like even the next day, starting your next day, and I do that. I've done this before. Sardine fast is over. Now I'm on to day 4. What am I going to have? Well, I have started my day 4 with sardines, and maybe some eggs on the side. What that does is it keeps those ketones going. Like I have extended like when you do 3 days of sardines, your ketones really raise up, your blood glucose goes down. I've extended that for as much as a week, just by maintaining at least 1 can of sardines a day in with all my other food, and just being mindful of the eating windows and all that. You can keep the results going. And so she's just so knowledgeable in that whole insulin resistance arena. And so I pay attention when she's explaining these things, because I really really like to keep a handle on that. Double D 56. I have my Meat Stock 2026 ticket. Yay. Looking forward to it. 2025 was really good. Yes, it really was. I'm very much looking forward to 2026. For those of you that missed it, I have a code now, Ketogenic Woman. You can use that to save $50 on your ticket. If for any of you who have not bought your ticket yet, we do have the link below of where to get the tickets from. Kendra McCabe, longtime viewer here. You are looking fabulous. Oh, thank you, Kendra. That is so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you for the fact that you're still here after a long time. I haven't scared you off yet. I'm so happy about that. So nice to see you. Bobby, congrats on 70 hours. Amazing. Thank you. I'm very happy that I was able to do it. I'm, gonna go for that 72 next, April 7th, 8th, and 9th. So I'm sure that I'll make it this time. We'll see, but maybe not. We'll see. Peggy. I've been on Carnivore for almost 2 years and don't know if anybody else has found them, but I'm just so bored with the food. What do you do to break that boredom without going off of the right food? Well, I used to I used to be afraid that that was going to happen to me, and right now, I can't think of anything less boring than a good steak on my plate. I look forward to it. It never gets old. And even burgers with butter are a special favorite of mine. That's on the other end of the budgetary scale. And I guess I've just grown to really love and appreciate it. What was boring was my life before losing almost 150 pounds, my life before uh, being able to, fly places, go places, do what I'm doing now with you guys. I never, had no right to do it then, but I never would have had the courage to do it or the confidence to do it. My life was watching TV, staying home, wondering if I could make it to the mailbox, like half a block away, dreading getting in the car and getting groceries because somebody would see me. That was I don't know if the boring is the right word for that, but I'll take the meat. I'll take the meat in exchange for the horrible life that I had before losing almost 150 pounds and getting my health back and getting the energy back and just being able to do all the things I can do now that I couldn't do before. I mean, I was losing mobility as a woman in my 30s and 40s and 50s. And now I'm walking, I'm hiking. I have some knee issues, yes. Uh, but I'm overcoming all that. I'm doing it anyways, and getting any medical things looked after as they come up. I mean, maybe I'll have to go back on that knee surgery list. I don't know, but for now, I'm doing great, and I feel. I'm 67 and I have zero medications, and I feel pretty good about that. I feel like things are really good. I have such a much better life than what I had before, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of it. So yeah, I don't know if any of that's helpful to you, but the other thing I would say is experiment with different cuts, different kinds. I mean, I had no idea there were so many cuts of beef and cuts of pork, and had no idea how much I would love fish and seafood, and just try different things. Anyone have electrolytes on water fast? I know most people do. I would say most people have electrolytes on water fast. I think most people should have them. You want to get enough salt. You want to get enough magnesium and potassium. I think it's important. I think where the question is, should you have flavored ones, and that's going to depend on your reaction to them. Some people can handle them just fine. I know many people who can. And every once in a while I do. Like if I'm, sometimes I just feel like having a citrus element and I throw it in there. It does not affect, for me, because I've tested it, does not affect my blood glucose or my ketones. My ketones, as the fast goes on, they continue to rise. Blood glucose continues to drop. So just know yourself. But yeah, I don't think the question is, should anyone have electrolytes on water fast? I think they should. I think you need those elements in you, not element, but elements. You need those minerals and whatnot in you. So yeah, do it, you guys. Hey, Serena, I was just showing them your wonderful new products. Yes, love it. We put your link below, and wonderful that you are here and came to check out my live. I'm just honored. Okay, Vessel of Mercy. The follow-up to my comment was my own conclusion that perhaps fat fasting just isn't right for everyone after my experience. I do regular intermittent fasting and feel so much better at 71. Oh, you're 100% right. It is not for everyone. Not everybody enjoys it as much as I enjoyed mine. But and that is fair enough. I mean, I mean, there's different things happening out there. Jenny Middich was talking about lipid toxicity with oh, what's the doctor's name? Somebody remind me of his name. Really nice doctor. She had him on, and they were talking about her husband who cannot do any of the high fat stuff, and there are people like that, and you've got to know these things. It's important. And we're all a little bit different and react to things in a different way. And the other thing I want to say, especially for those of you who are looking over my calendar and you're wondering if you should be doing it or not, if whatever you're doing now is working for you and you're getting the results that you are wanting, you do not need to do anything else. You do not need to follow my calendar just because I'm doing it. You don't, just print out your own calendar and put your own daily habits in there and do what works for you. Don't do a fat fast because I'm doing a fat fast, or 72-hour water fast or whatever. So just but yeah, thank you for coming back and following up on that comment. Melina, I use a calendar to track my weight and food eaten. Been doing it since 2012, so you have lots of history. Well, it's good to have that data. You must be really getting to know yourself. I love that, actually. I generally go in spits and spurts when it comes to tracking things. Jazzy Mama, I have to plan my fat fast and protein power days so that I can use the egg whites one day and the yolks the next. There's some practicality to that, isn't there? And when I was planning my August, I was thinking the same thing. I was sandwiching my fat fast in between my two protein sparing days and thinking there's not going to be anything going to waste here. Because there is one thing that I do that I like on a protein sparing day. Sometimes I like to make those egg wraps out of the egg whites. They're quite easy to make. They're like the Egg Life wraps, which are super expensive and it's hard to find them in Canada. So I just make my own out of the egg whites, and so they won't go to waste. That's correct. Sue Risso, this is also my first time on a live. I usually watch your videos on Monday morning. Well, thank you for coming and watching live. That's really great. I like that you're here. Wonderful. And thank you for watching the replays too. I definitely appreciate people who watch the replays. Serena, so it says Purely Tallow Skincare, but we all know that it is Serena, so I'm just going to say Serena. Love it. Egg yolks with heavy cream too. Yes, I know that is a very nice ice cream. So when my video comes out, you'll have to watch it because I do a real quick and dirty ice cream that doesn't have egg yolks in it. It's just the cream, but it works. It works. That's coming soon. But what I like to do with the egg yolks, and you guys have to try this, Serena, you'll love this, is you brown the butter and put in a few egg yolks in the pan and cook them for a minute on each side so they're still gushy inside. And I guarantee you're going to lick the plate like I did. So give that a try. Trishy's for meat. Did the 60 or 70 grams of steak affect you? I didn't catch that. No, it did not. You guys, steak does not turn into cake. I proved it on myself. It does not. My blood glucose did not go up. It did not go up. I had many people that, like, I do a lot of what I eat in a day videos, and you'd be surprised how many people, kind of shake their finger at me and saying you can only do 30 grams of protein in one sitting or it's wasted. No, it isn't. No, and I think Dr. Baker, he did a video, and he had a study in his video that debunked that whole thing. You can have more than 30 grams of protein in a sitting. Now, I like to spread it out through the day. I like to spread out my protein over 2 meals. That's my preference. But I just wanted to see, well, what happens? Like, what are these people talking about? And for me, it did not affect me. So, Christina, curious if drinking coffee with coconut oil and butter is considered a fat fast. Well, if you did that all day long, yeah, that would be, because it's coconut oil is fat, butter is fat. So here's the thing with the fat fast, you guys. It is the lack of protein that makes it a fat fast. So you want to just have fat all day long, or as close to 100% fat as you can. I mean, some of the things that we eat, like beef fat trimmings, pork jowls, that kind of thing, will have, cod livers. They'll be 95% fat. So that's okay. So you just want to keep that protein super low on a fat fast day, and that stimulates your FG. Oh, I always get the letters wrong. FG. FGHV, wait, got it here. FGF 21. That will stimulate that, which will definitely help you. That's what the sugar fasters are. They're pulling out that what is it? Fibroblast growth factor 21 is a powerful hormone-like protein that plays a big role in metabolism, especially during fasting and ketogenic states, including a fat fast. So that's what we're looking for. On a fat fast day, keep the protein very small and the fat high. So yeah, your coffee will work. Elizabeth Jones, thank you for all you do to help us on our journeys. I have been carnivore for 1.5 years, and I'm down 146 pounds. Wow. I am finally out of the obese range, and I couldn't have done it without you all. That is amazing. Congratulations. Nothing makes me happier to see. I mean, we're in the same ballpark, you and I, so I know how much your life has changed. I know, how this is for you. So congratulations. That's amazing. This is your 10-minute warning for winning the carnivore bars. Put eat meat in the comment. You're going to have someone tonight is going to win this. So just going to give you that warning right now. Keep putting eat meat in the comments, and we will be drawing that very soon. Yvonne, what is your opinion on grounding sheets? I'm so tempted to get me one, since there's no way for me to walk barefoot in our yard with bugs, ants, and stickers everywhere. Okay, so 2 things. I do not have a grounding sheet, but I know there are people in this chat who do. And so, hopefully they will have maybe said something to you already. I know that Dr. Kelly loves them, and a lot of people do. Walking barefoot, I'm not a big fan of it. In our yards are wet, and I just don't know what's been there, right? Like, has my dog peed there or what? So what I learned from Dr. Kelly when she was on my channel: get a tree or shrub or whatever, anything that's planted in the ground, and grab that with your hands. Flowers, like, see those tall flowers behind me? That's actually called fireweed. Saw a lot of it in Alaska. It grows here too. If you're in a park and you see flowers that are tall like that, just run your hands along them, touch them, feel them. You are grounding. If you do gardening in your backyard, you are grounding. When you get down onto the earth and you put your hands in the dirt, you're grounding. So there's other things you can do besides barefoot in the grass, the sketchy grass. Brian, hi, Brian. Nice to see you here. I'm in on the fast. Sounds great. 72-hour fast gets better the more you practice. All right. Well, we're going to be counting on you to join us in next. Oh, is it next week or the week after? I'm losing track of time, you guys. Serena, you are amazing as well. I'm so happy to see you in Tennessee, even though we didn't get to talk too much because they had you busy emceeing that whole time. But hopefully we will see each other again. Oh, here it is, Jenny Middich and Dr. Nadir Ali on lipotoxicity. Thank you, Bonnie, for posting that. You guys, if you haven't seen that, please go see it. Christina, thank you for the calendar. I'm going to kickstart my journey again. I love Sunday nights with you. Thank you. I love being here. I love doing this. Vessel of Mercy, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions so thoroughly. You are welcome. I just love doing this. We've got 10 minutes. We're going to make that draw. I'm going to try to get through these last few questions. Isn't 60 grams about 2.5 ounces? Do you mean 60 ounces? No. So 60 grams, not by weight of the meat. This is how many grams of protein are in the meat. So 2.5 ounces of protein. Like if you have a 2.5 ounce chicken breast, for example, you've only got, I'm going to say you've probably got about 15. This is a wild guess. That's only 15 grams of protein. So for me to get 60 grams of actual protein, I'm probably eating a pound or more of meat, right? So this is where you need a carb manager, chronometer, some kind of a tracking app. A lot of people get grams. When I say 60 grams of protein, 20 grams of protein, are confusing that with the weight of the item. They are two separate things. For example, this carnivore bar is about 2 ounces only. It's made out of beef or grass-fed beef, and it has 20 grams of protein in it, but it only weighs 2 ounces. So that's what we're talking about. That's a huge difference there. I hope that helps. So yeah, check on Carb Manager. Luigi, do you use Carb Manager or anything when you are doing your fat fast just to see what the percent is, or is it not really necessary? It's not necessary if you're really focusing on the fat. Where it might become necessary, I've had people say, well, can I have bacon or can I have this or that? If you're unsure, run that food through Carb Manager and see what the percentage of fat is. Ideally, it's going to be more than 95% fat. So pork jowls, cod livers, butter, tallow, heavy cream, those sorts of things. Christy, have you ever done a butter fast? How did that $12 can of sardines taste after you broke your fast last week? Okay. So that's two separate questions. Yes, I've done a butter fast. I have spent the whole day putting butter in my tea and eating those little butter bites. It was great. It was fine. I loved it. It did what it was supposed to do. Shot my ketones up, lowered my blood glucose. I still have the $12 can of sardines. I did not eat it. I ate beef. I just couldn't do it. I just needed to have some beef because it had been so long. I'm going to be having that $12 can. And there was this whole thing of like, oh, it's $12. Do I want to open it? Just like fine china. Oh, do I want to use my fine china for dinner? Like it's just it was a weird thing. So just want to be transparent about that. But I'm determined to have that this week sometime. But do a butter fast, yes. Let's see here. Last question. Oh, Tammy, thank you. You inspire me and empower me. I love your videos. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching them. I appreciate it very much. We are now going to go to the draw. So this draw is for the carnivore bars. The Kenzone draw is going to be going on all week. So I'll mention that again after we find out who won these bars. Let's go. Who is it? Artists. Okay. Artist letter. Okay. What I need you to do for me, I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. So if you wouldn't mind sending me an email at ketogenicwoman@gmail.com, and just I need all your contact information so that I can send you this little gift package. So congratulations. So great. So I want to just mention the giveaway of the rebounder. The video is posted below. You have to go comment on that video. Rebound. Just use the word rebound. I'd also appreciate if you watch the video so that the YouTube algorithm doesn't write me off. Would love that. But whatever. Like, do what you need to do. So put rebound in the comment, and on the morning of August 1st, we will draw for the winner using an automated tool that will go through all those comments and isolate all those people who use the word rebound. And there again, only one entry is needed because it will detect double entries and get rid of it. So just put in rebound, leave me a comment, with that word in it. So yeah, to win that. So where are we? We have 5 minutes left. Let me I just think I saw something else pop in. Nope. I'm just going to go over to the live comments. I really appreciate so much that you guys come here every Sunday night. I get a real boost from it myself personally, and it is so good for me to see members from my groups come, and other YouTubers come sometimes as well, which is really nice. And people who have been following me for a long time come, which is also really nice. And I just appreciate it so much. And I feel like we're a real community and a real tribe, and that's what everybody needs, right? Like I can't do this without all these other people. It holds me accountable as well. And I just love that you guys are coming here and doing it with us. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. Watch for my 2 videos coming up this week, and watch for the winner of the rebounder. Thank you, Courtney. I love you too. You and Serena and all you guys, Kelly Hogan, everybody else who is kind of in that circle. Just love it. So thank you so much for being here. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next week.